So today's video, we're going to talk about how to get your girlfriend in cycling. We've got Tori here, new cyclist. This is footage filmed today up Doisa, Tep on the GoPro. Tori's on the attack, Turbo Tori. And she was banging out big watts there, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm trying to catch her, trying to get the wheel.
Oh, is this in the morning?
This is this morning. Look how you're flying up the hill, flying up the hill. So what was going through your head when you're pushing out these big watts like that?
I just like to keep pushing until I dropped you.
Yeah, you did. I eventually just gave up. But I see I was dropping off the wheel here and was passing people that are standing still. So you really fly. This is, you could definitely do 35 minutes up the doy. This sort of pace, you could definitely do it. You just got to tap into that. But Tori's new to cycling. What tips would you give people, boyfriends, to get into cycling?
For the boyfriends to get their girlfriends into cycling, I'd say just make it fun for them. Do enjoyable rides. Don't make it too hard for them. Just do like easy short rides and like build it up over time. Go get food so they're always energized and it's always something fun for them.
I guess you could even start just riding to the shops.
Yeah, just commuting even, like doing things on bike and like making the bike comfortable for them as well is such a big thing, because like riding a shitty bike makes it just so much more of an effort, and just like I wouldn't be keen to get on a bike and like go for a big ride or anything.
That's true.
So having a good bike and like having the seat up right, having like knowing how to use the gears is so helpful.
What because I mean, you got your first clipping shoes. Actually, they're still my shoes.
I don't think
January,
you've worn them yet.
Still my bike. Well, once, still my bike. But like, what do you feel like? Is it important to have a nice bike to start with? Like, I guess if you had a clunker, you probably wouldn't want to be like if you rode the Reed's like a $500 bike.
I did ride it quite a bit at the start though.
Yeah.
I remember?
Yeah.
Like I had Dad's bike.
Yeah. Which when you did the 150k ride, that was on the Shogun, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was on Dad's bike.
Yeah. Do you find it's easy to be motivated with a bike that's a bit lighter?
Feels lighter, and the gears are like really smooth to use if you're going to be like going up hills and stuff.
Yeah.
And like going on easy surfaces, like I didn't like the pebbles and stuff because I was scared of slipping out. So just doing like tar and stuff first, and
tarmac,
going adventuring as you get more confident on the bike. Because like when I started, I basically had no idea how to change a gear or how to like change a tire or put up the seat or anything. Like I knew nothing, so it was completely new.
Remember how slow you used to be on the downhills?
Oh my god, I was so slow on the downhills. Like, I mean, I still am. I get so careful.
It's good. It's good to be safe.
I have more confidence now.
Yeah.
This is downhill now, isn't it?
It's down to so. I mean, what would your advice be for a guy whose girlfriend's really timid on the downhill? Like, what would your advice be? Just start screaming at her, or what should you do?
For the guy. Just let her go her own pace. Let her go in front of you, and you go behind. And maybe if there's like corners coming up, you just let them know, and like, just kind of guide them through it.
How close behind should you be? Should you be on their wheel, stop pushing them along, or just
maybe because like you
no
never
pressure.
know what the
no pressure.
Not like you never know what your girlfriend might do. She might see something run out and just jam on the brakes. She might flip over the handlebars. You don't want to flip over her as well.
Why would you said stay behind her, why not in front? What do you think?
Well, in front, you can't see how far behind she gets, and then she might be trying to catch up, like keep up with you.
Taking risks.
Yeah. And I think like getting confident on the downhill, the more you do it, the more confident you get, but you don't want to get overconfident because crashes can happen so easily, and like downhill is such an easy way to crash. I think if you want to get a good time, try for the uphill time, not the downhill time. Like anybody can get a downhill time. You
just gotta take risks.
Yeah, not everybody can get an uphill time.
That's right. I think uphill takes fitness, downhill just takes risks. Simple as that.
And downhill, like if you have one crash, you can be out for months. Like if you have a crash going out like up a hill, it's a lot less likely.
Definitely, true. What about so we covered like, I think maybe a good way to start riding is probably just ride to the shops and back, like do some errands, like maybe go visit a friend on the bike, or go to visit your grandma, or go visit.
Just little rides, and not in much traffic as well.
It's good to, how I mean, you started riding in January, you started riding to work and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right, and that's like peak hours on the road. It's pretty good. Like you just feel so much better going out on the bike. It like gets your day started in like a clear headspace, and you can like go past all the traffic. You just got to be careful with like the car doors, especially like on the parked cars.
If you had your time again, getting into cycling this year, would you change anything?
Would I change anything? I don't think there would be anything to change because we kind of.
You had the professional, had that professional touch.
I'd get a new coach.
I think that's one gift I have is getting noobs into riding, because I was once a noob myself. I wasn't a gun athlete, and I've helped so many people get into it, and it's just like comes naturally now for me.
No, it was fun. We did it in a good way, and like we did like night rides for the sunset or sunrise.
Ride to the beach, just making it fun.
Yeah.
I call that incidental exercise, where you just go in to get stuff done, but you still get some exercise. It's like incidental. It's like taking the stairs at work instead of taking the elevator.
But like cycling, you don't even like. Sometimes I'm not even going out there to exercise. I'm just going out there for the love of it.
Yeah, just feels good.
Like, you get such a high. It's just like, and even if you're having a bad day, if you just get on the bike and go for a solo ride, it's just so
clear your mind a bit.
Yeah, nice to clear the mind. And if you're angry, you can just
step
on the pedals, push some big numbers.
Just make sure that you stay in the saddle. So
yeah.
I knew a girl. She sprinted out of the saddle, her chain slipped, and she smashed her teeth out.
Oh.
And she and then Grant as well. Grant did that. Actually, no, Grant grabbed the front brakes on the loaner bike. So if you ever do get a loaner bike, test the brakes first. Grant, I think, was riding in the US he had the front brake or something. He was carrying some shopping. I'm not exactly sure, but someone cut him off and he just grabbed the front brakes and face planted.
I've seen that before.
He had to have his jaw wide shut.
Oh.
So pretty full on. And if you got your jaw wide shut, you can't floss, so you can get some cavities there. Pretty bad deal, yeah. Or if you're a fruitist, because you can just drink your smoothies. But I remember we were riding home from Govinda's, the Indian place this year, and there's a Japanese exchange student riding
on the wrong side of the road, texting at the same time.
No lights
or anything.
And then she looked up and saw us, and she just grabbed the front brake. She flipped over the bike. The phone went flying.
All she cared about was the phone.
All she cared about was the phone. The first thing she got her phone. I grabbed the phone straight away, and I was like, "You alright?" And she's like, "Where's my phone? Where's my phone?" I'm like, "Here you go." And she was just like very embarrassed, but all she cared about was the phone. But just really, if you're gonna ride with one hand, like get used to your brakes. Practice stopping. Go on a school oval, just ride around the grass. Practice braking and stuff like that. And what about what else? What are the tips? What about eating and stuff? Do you have to eat more now that you're a cyclist, or what?
Yeah, well, eating just cycling really makes you realise that you actually got to eat. Like you get the appetite just becomes so much bigger. And if you don't eat, you won't be able to ride. As hard as you want to the next day or that afternoon or whenever you're going out. So yeah, eating's so important on the bike and getting into carbohydrates and sugar. Like if I'm going to be eating a fatty meal, I won't want to bike ride after. Like the carbs is where it's at.
Yeah. What like? You can't even calorie restrict as a cyclist really, because
you burn so many calories riding.
You'll burn out. You just burn out, won't you? Like your motivation. I don't know. Well, I've known cyclists who tried to calorie restrict and they just burned out.
You can do it for like a week, but any more than that, you're not. But it's just not good for the body.
Yeah, I've seen people do it and they use like hormone drugs, like thyroid drugs and stuff to lose weight, but they all burn out. I've seen.
It just makes it no fun as well. It just makes it a chore if you're going to be restricting.
Yeah, and it's high carb vegans where it's at. Stay lean for life. I remember there's this famous Australian cyclist, Kathy Watt, who was a gun back in the 90s. She was a gun. Last name's Watt.
What?
Yeah, good name. Watt, W-A-T-T. Yeah, Watts, and she was super lean. And I'm not sure what's going on with the diet, man, but she blew out. She put on like 40, 50 kilos. Unrecognizable. This is like Olympic gold medalist level rider. Super slim, super petite, just become like a land whale.
But that's the thing. So many girls
they
yo-yo diet in their teenage life, in their young adult life, and they just don't know what to do, and their metabolism's just wrecked.
That's why most female cyclists, pro cyclists, are a little bit heavier. Their weight's a lot heavier, not as lean as the males, because they're more into dieting and crash dieting and all that stuff, and that just tweaks your metabolism, makes you all soft and round. Relative to what you would with other bees. And that's fine, but if your goal is to be lean and a bit more hard looking tone, then don't never calorie restrict, because your body's going to rebound. I've been through that even where my little face used to look like this. That used to be my face, like round, round face. But yeah, definitely got to carb up. What's your favourite foods to eat for breakfast, Tori?
For breakfast, always fruit, something nice and hydrating. But like, actually, breakfast is normally after a bike ride. Like, I kind of just have a sugary drink beforehand and then go for a ride and have a big fruit meal afterwards. Or if I'm not riding in the morning, just whatever's ripe and I've got it like on hand.
Yeah.
Devour all of it.
When do you drink your coffee?
My coffee? Oh, maybe like 2 years ago. You don't need that for cycling.
No.
Sugar's better.
Yeah.
And you won't get like a downer the next day.
True.
Won't give you a heart, like make it go too hard. Like coffee's just gonna make you perform too hard, but then like it'll burn you out, I reckon, if you just rely on coffee, because it also like
need more and more.
Like makes you lose your appetite a bit, I find.
And then your recovery's down because your muscle glycogen storage will be less.
You haven't eaten enough.
Or drunk enough. I mean, I use caffeine a few times a year. I use stimulants a few times a year, but I'm definitely mindful of like making sure I eat and drink enough when I'm on them and get enough sleep, because otherwise it can really throw you out. And I see people just go to the coffee shop and drink coffee after training. I'm just like, man, like that's really
hot coffee as well.
Digging, like even hot coffee on summer, even here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, like a lot of people. And it's like, how do people do that? You know, it's like so like it's crazy. You know, it's just so hot. It's a bit of exposure up in this video here a bit.
It's a long climb. This is like an 11.2k ride.
Yeah, about that. It's good. What about for dinner? Like, what do you like to have for dinner?
Dinner time, I always have something cooked. Usually I have most likely rice, sometimes potatoes, pasta, corn.
Yep.
It's like a lot of carbohydrate, and then like whatever sauces I feel like. But at the moment we're just eating out most nights, so I order like 3 dishes and about rice for 4 people, and the restaurant ladies think we're crazy.
Yeah.
It's what you need if you're a cyclist.
Or if you want to be a cyclist.
If you want to
be fitter, you got to like. Because here's the thing: a lot of people might be watching this, or some people might be watching this, going, "Yeah, but that's good for you guys. You guys are lean. You know, Victoria looks like a Victoria's Secret model. Duna looks like he's ready for the Tour de France. You guys are lean and mean and greyhounds. But like I'm looking like a bulldog. I'm looking like a pug. I look like a potato with arms and legs. Like, what do I do? You know, like.
You get on the bike. You eat healthy, and that's what'll give you change.
Carb
and
up.
being consistent. Restriction is not gonna get you anywhere.
You feel like shit.
Restriction's just gonna set you up for a binge and like make you not want to cycle.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you depressed.
Yeah, and you're gonna miss out on training. You don't want to train. I mean, I've known people come to Thailand and they don't bring their bike with them, and they miss out on months and months of training. I'm like, man, that's just
Thailand's a place to ride.
This is a place to train. You know, like get the gains, get the trains on. You know, so you definitely, if you're overweight, keep riding, keep eating. Or never miss a meal. Otherwise, if you miss a meal, you're gonna go and eat fatty stuff, and that's what got you fat in the first place. So carb the fuck up, go vegan, high carb, get it done.
But eat before you're getting hungry.
Yeah.
It's too late to wait till you're hungry to eat.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like me. If you don't eat enough, you start to feel a bit down, a bit like melancholy. Your motivation drops, and you feel like.
No motivation for anything.
And then that's life, you know. That's how the human body's designed. We're carbohydrate creatures. We're not ketogenic cats and dogs. We're high carb, frugivorous sugar addicts. You know,
what's that?
Frugivorous. In What the Health documentary, go watch a documentary called What the Health.
That's good.
They call it frugivore, but it's actually frugivore. Frugivorous. Frugivorous. Hang on.
Stop.
Yeah, but we're fruit eaters. We love to eat sweet. You know, we're programmed like that.
The body's meant to eat
it's
sweet.
Glucose and fructose, 2 most important nutrients to the body. People go, sugar has no nutrients. It's like sugar is sucrose. Sucrose is glucose and fructose. You know, so there's so much confusion about that. But sugar is sucrose. Sucrose is glucose, fructose, 1:1 ratio. Perfect. What we need. Sugarcane.
To get shit done.
To get shit done and get it done more and more.
The sugarcane juice here, man. It's good. And there's just sugar. There's all types of sugar here. Yesterday we had like a 500-gram tub of this coconut sugar, and it literally tasted like fudge. It was, man, that stuff is incredible. We'll show you, but it's in our belly.
In our bellies. Angry Vegan bought us one. Actually, I paid him back like 60 baht. What a tight ass Scrooge.
But did he give you make you pay extra for delivery?
Yeah, probably an extra 3 baht.
Stinge.
But yeah, so like if you had to ride the Reed, do you think you would have been as successful, or do you think having that nicer bike helped, or what? Or
I mean, I wouldn't have known any different.
I was about to say you wouldn't know any different because the Reed is
the Reed
good
is a good bike, and when I first rode it, I thought it was
pretty good,
amazing.
Yeah.
Because like when I was a kid, I guess we rode like heavier bikes with hardly any gears and no like drop bars. But yeah, until I tried the Trek, I was like, holy shit! There's like it's like a Ferrari compared to a little box car.
Yeah,
what do you
Toyota Corolla.
Corolla or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't know until you get on it, and you don't know what cycling is like until you get on a good bike and actually do it.
True.
Because I never thought I'd get into cycling. I used to be like, doing modelling. I was so into my fashion and appearance and like I love exercise, but
the exercise you did and the exercise that most girls do isn't adventure based.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's not community based. It's like you pay money, go to a gym. It's like you get creeped on by steroid muscle heads who want to bone you. Like it's not like cycling. It's like this community. It's like adventure. It's transport. It's community. It's everything.
You can do it with a team. You can do it solo.
You customize your bike.
Yeah, cycling I reckon is one of just the best sport actually. Because like, what sport can you train on? I guess if you're running, you can run to the shops. But it's harder to bring your groceries back in a backpack. You can't run with like 10 kilos of bananas.
You're going to get injured pretty hard. Running really gets you injured fast. If you want to get injured fast, be a runner or a kickboxer.
And like running is good though, but it takes a long time to build up.
It takes years.
Do like a distance.
And even then, all my running friends, all of them
injuries.
have got injuries or something. I'm talking from like Olympic level downwards. All of them have had some serious injuries. Some have career-ending injuries. Some have been out for a year or two. Like Craig Mottram with his Achilles for like 3 years issues. So cycling's where it's at. Running's great, cross training, but cycling's where it's at. What else could I say? If you have any more questions, hit us up down below. So get your girlfriend into cycling, make it fun.
Make it fun for sure.
Make it easy. Make
sure
it
she
adventurous.
Up.
when you should you give her compliments or just give her harsh criticism?
Give her compliments.
Just say you fucking
and let
dumb
her
bitch.
be faster than you.
Okay, let her be faster than you. Alright.
Let her be faster than you so she thinks she's getting so good.
So don't thrash her out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give her make her be motivated.
Scream at her or not?
Only positive things.
Okay. Alright, so keep it positive. So I guess
keep it positive.
Women are motivated differently by men. A lot of time with guys, you can fucking scream at them, "Come on, you soft cunt, harden up." But with girls,
if they're getting into it, you got to be kind. Maybe once they're like more used to the TT type things, you can be like, "Fucking push your pussy."
Yeah.
Step on the watts. But still,
I'd
like you to talk to me like I'm a princess.
Yeah,
all
like
the
princess.
time.
No, I'm a princess. Step on the pedals.
Step on the pedals.
So this is the climb here. This is the descent. Doi Satep, Chiang Mai, Thailand. Beautiful. This is filmed today. The date today is Saturday, August 12th, 2017.
It's your birthday in 11 days.
Birthday in 11 days. Big 40.
Naughty 40s.
Naughty 40s. There we go. The naughty 40s.
What a wrap up to this video.
That's good. And then what else? You got a 40% on that bike. You have a power meter. The power meters help you pace yourself a bit better.
Yeah, it's good. I like being able to see the watts, so you can see when you're like
understand it. Yeah, because now we can define what is easy and what is hard. You know.
Yeah.
Easy is like 150 watts. Hard's like 250, 300 watts or whatever, depending on how far you're going to go for. All right, then if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, hit us up down below. The bike Tori is riding is a Trekker Monda. It's an aluminium bike. It's an ALR. It's about a $1,500 retail bike. We had put some nicer tyres on there. The GP 4000 Continentals. There's a little Stadius power meter on there, etc. And Strava. You recommend getting on Strava?
Yeah, Strava's a good one for sure.
I'll put our Strava profiles down below. You can follow us on Strava. It's exactly what sort of training we do all the time. And here in Thailand, we don't use the car. We just ride everywhere. And in Adelaide as well, same deal. All right. See you later.
Bye bye. I thought the camera.
Sing it.